Alright guys, welcome to my channel, MorEqual here. Today I'm going to be playing a little bit of a game that I got off the Amazon App Store for, it was a free app of the day a little while back. Kind of an interesting game, nothing too crazy graphics wise, but
guys.
I found that the
Welcome to my
gameplay itself was fun. So let's go ahead and start this game. It just brings you to a screen here of levels to choose from, but of course, you always got to start at the beginning. In this grouping of cities, we'll start in Abbotsford. We'll go ahead and do the tutorial, just for those who've never seen it before. Welcome to Trainyard. This tutorial will explain how to solve puzzles. Press Next to advance through the steps. Outlet stations have a plus. Goal stations have a circle. This is where the trains come out of. This is where the trains need to land. You've got to get the green train from the outlet station to the green goal station. You always got to match the colors in this game. Your job is to draw a track. You'll use your finger to draw a line. I'm going to use my mouse, but, you know. You can draw as much track as you want. There's no limit or score. It's true, you can draw tracks that go all wonky and crazy, just as long as you get your trains where they need to be at the end, and that's really the whole point of the game. Let's watch the train go. Yay. That's fantastic. Next. You can use the buttons up here to start new solution, or hit next to go to a different level, or whatever. Or you can click down here. I usually just click down here and it'll start for me. Main things to make note of, obviously the back button takes you back. Erase is to turn on the erase, and it's gonna erase wherever you're clicking. Whereas undo will simply undo everything you did with your last click, or your length of click. Starting the trains will start the trains out of their stations, and you can speed up the speed of the video of what you've done. I usually like to keep it somewhere around here. If you throw it up here, it's going to be really hard for you to see what's going on. So anyway, I'll show you a basic track. All you do is you click and you hold, and you're dragging tracks, and you want to get from the station here to this endpoint. I'll start with the speed down here. If I hit undo, it's going to undo the whole click that I did. So if I do a track like this, it's all going to get undone with the undo button. Whereas the erase button is different. The erase button, you have to, it starts erasing mode, and everywhere you click, erases that chunk. Or you can hold and click to erase, like, you know, an eraser on a chalkboard. But anyway, you can do a simple track like this, or you can do a crazy track like this. It doesn't matter as long as the train gets there in the end. Start the trains. The red train is going to leave. There was only one train in there. Later on, there'll be multiple trains. And it's going to go along the track that you drew, and it'll end up here. But you can speed this up as you go. Obviously, it gets quite fast if you go further down the slider. Success, you've solved it. If you click replay solution, you just come back here. You can go back to the drawing board from here if you'd like to redo it. Otherwise, I don't know. You can go to the next puzzle. So, another simple one, but you've got multiple colors here. Orange wants to go to the orange station. Green wants to go, whoops, undo, to the green station. You can have the tracks cross. You can draw crossings on tracks. But there are some weird interactions that occur with trains. If the trains come together at like a Y intersection like this, if they come together at the exact point, the two colors will merge into a new color. Unless they were the same color. Then they'll just, if they were both green, they'd stay green. But if it was like a blue and a yellow, they'd merge together here to make one green train. And this is also how you turn two trains into one. If you have a train here and a train here, they come together, they become one train unit. Otherwise, if you have trains that, let's say you have one train coming to the left and one train coming to the right, they don't actually crash and fail. What they do is they kind of drive through each other, but their color will change. Again, if they were both green and they drove through each other, the color doesn't, it'll still be green. But if it was like a blue train and a yellow train, they would both come out as green trains. But you still have two trains. Whereas you merge these two together to make one train, these you would still keep both trains. We'll see examples of that later on down the line. And I think it works the same way going over crossings too. Like if a train was coming here and a train was coming here, I think they would act the same way here as they do if they just cross over each other directly. I believe. So anyway, let's just get this little one solved up quick, and we'll just keep going. Whoosh, and whoosh. Start the trains. Ta-da! Next. Now we've got purples and yellows. Nothing crazy with color mixing yet, so starting with 1+. Also, these later on will show you how many trains are in here. You can have, I've seen up to 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4 little crosses in the box. That's telling you that's how many trains that are going to come out of there, and that really changes how you play things sometimes. But for now, we've just got one train coming out, and we've got one station for them to go to. One train coming out, one station to go to. Start the trains. Next unsolved puzzle. One thing I want to make note of is you can't leave any trains left out of a station, like an end station at the end, and you can't send them all to the same one. You have to send like one train to each station. Each one has to have one train. Just like the pluses denote how many trains are stored in here, the circles at the end of the line denote how many trains need to go in there at the end of the level. One circle, that means one train has to go in there. One circle means one train has to go in there. Later on, you'll have multiple circles. And I think right here is one of those instances where the trains are going to run into each other right here, but since they're both purple, no color change will happen. Let's see here. See? That little flash means that they would have changed colors if they were anything but both purple. Next tutorial. To draw a corner, drag your finger in one side and out a different one. It's pretty straightforward. Ta-da! Let's look at an actual puzzle. This white side of a goal is the inside. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about that. Obviously, there's multiple sides around this this end goal, but only the one with the white arrow, white side of the black arrow, is the only side you can enter from. Other ones may have multiple sites to enter from, but this one only has one. I'm not doing this, the video is. That's a nice track. Nice! Next puzzle. Here we go. So, I can't run the track here because the train will crash. I haven't shown you a crash yet, but this is what happens if you screw something up. Train's gonna hit it and smash. Crashed. So, back to the drawing board, fix your screw-ups. Have to go on the right side. Let's get her done. Congratulations. Here we go, a little bit of trickery. I gotta loop around to the correct side, lest I crash my train. There it is. Now I've done everything in that first tutorial, whatever city area. I've completed Abbotsford. Now we're going to city of Brampton. A, B, probably goes in succession like that. Next puzzle. Oh no, there's a rock in my path. What am I gonna do? Well, maybe I'll just drive my train around it. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Not much in the way of sounds in this game. There's really only kind of just dings and track laying sounds. Trains don't make any noise themselves unless they cross each other and change colors. So very low in the sound department, but it's a simple game. obviously relying more on the puzzle aspect that comes along with it. And these do get much more challenging. Alright. No way for me to cross here to get from here to here. Obviously, I'm going up over the mountain, so yoink. That's all you need. Nothing fancy. Speed up the trains a little bit. I'll slow them down if I feel the need to when the tracks get trickier. But obviously for this stuff here, it's pretty straightforward for a few levels. Run it. Next. Nothing really more tricky here. You gotta get around the mountains. Start to finish. No crossing tracks. No changing colors. And it doesn't matter which way you run the track. Like, I could draw the track starting here and going up here. I mean, there are little arrows here showing you which way the trains are going to run on it. But that doesn't affect how I draw it. If I wanted to draw it, the arrows are pointing down, but it really doesn't. It's not telling me that where the trains, which direction the trains go. Trains are still coming out the plus, going into the circle every time. You can lay the track any way you want, just as long as it's correct when it's done, before you hit the go button. Nothing tricky here. Avoid the rocks. Get her done. Finished with Brampton, on to Calgary, B to C. Sometimes, when you draw a track, you'll make a few mistakes. Oh yeah, that was clumsy. Oh my gosh. Terrible. What a mess. Let's clean it up by drawing over it again. That is one way to do it. You don't have to erase everything every time. I just like to erase everything because I like a clean look. But for all purpose, you could just redraw the track. If we draw over it one more time, it'll be perfect. Well, I'll define perfect. You still got crap out here. But yes, basically the squares hold 2 levels of track. You can have like one layer, another layer coming off of it or something. So if you draw over it twice, it'll be, that's all there is. Let's look at why this technique works. Every tile can hold 2 pieces of track at a time. So that's one piece, that's a second piece, but see how they're kind of overlapping? So if you do 2 straight lines, it's like 2 overlapping pieces. You can't tell the difference. If we draw the same way twice in a row, 1, second piece overlaps it. There's 2 pieces here, but it looks and plays the same way. You never know. Don't forget about erase and undo. You can even shake to erase all tracks if you're holding the phone in your hands or device. Now you've got a lot of ways to fix mistakes. Let's go. Oh, wow. Wonder how I'm going to solve this one. You know what I could do is I could just put the trains on really slow and like make you sit here and watch it. You know, because you'd enjoy that. I can tell. You seem like the type of person who would enjoy sitting here watching trains slowly crawl their way across. Yeah, enough of that. Here we go. Next. Alright, here's our finish, start. Let's just run this around the outside. Try to avoid any unnecessary crossing over. Start the trains. Nice. Next. Little bit trickier here, because you see the red's going to have to cross over the blue's line, and then the yellow's going to have to cross over the blue's line. So let's go ahead and just start by making the blue track. I'm going to go ahead and cross over here this way. Now, one thing to keep in mind is the timing. The timing, oh, this might be screwed up here. You don't want the trains to hit the same square at the same time, otherwise they're going to change colors. But they all travel the same speed, So the red train will leave the same time the blue train does, the same time the yellow train does. So when the red train has traveled 1, 2, 3 squares, the blue line has only traveled 1, 2, 3 squares. So the blue line will be here when the red line's here. So there's no danger of crashing here. But I think I might have dorked this up a little bit here. I'm going to undo this. And I'm going to erase this. I'm going to fix this so that I just get it done. Out of the way. Fix that. There. That train will be way clear. This will be up here. And these two shouldn't hit either. Because the yellow only has to go 1 square where the blue has to go 3 to hit here. So we should be good. Let's have a look. Also, keep an eye on how the tracks change. The track switching won't affect these T crossings because the train's not going to take a hard 90-degree turn without you making a curve. But right now, this horizontal track is on top, and the vertical track is on the bottom. I can switch these. Oh, maybe it won't let me yet, as maybe I haven't done the tutorial. Maybe after the tutorial I can do it, but for right now I can't switch the tracks, so we're not going to worry about it. But normally these would flip-flop. Every time a train goes over it, the track gets switched automatically, and that plays into the game later on as well. So our trains are well clear of each other, and everybody's going to meet their goal. Next puzzle. Alright, here we've got an example of an end goal where there are 4 circles in there. That means 4 trains need to land in here to complete the level. Notice there's 4 starting points. So all 4 trains have to go to the same end point. And there's arrows here, 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 and here for entry points. So you can enter from any side. The order of color does not matter. If it has a green, blue, yellow, red in the circles for the finish, doesn't matter what order you put them in. You could put them in yellow first, blue, red, green, whatever. It doesn't matter. They'll all hit at the same time, which is okay. They don't crash in here. So the trains are all going to hit here at the same time because they're all going 3 blocks. But it doesn't matter. This one's got 2. 1 green and 1 orange train has to end here, and you've got 1 green and 1 orange to start with. Doesn't matter which side you go to, which entry. Here's 1, here's 1. You've got 2 trains to work with, so pick a side and let her rip. Alright, here's your first example of 2 trains from the same starting point. 2 circles at the end point means both trains need to end here. There's only 1 entry point, so you're still drawing 1 track. But you'll notice how the trains come out at different times. They're timed out, so there's a gap between them, but the gap is always the same if you have 2, 3, or 4 trains. The gap between them is always the same, but it's not very long. It's like not a whole square's worth. It's like a half a square's worth, so it really throws things off when you're trying to time things out later, but we'll get to that. So just try to notice the timing here. It's a little goofy between the trains. You know. They're pretty close together is what I'm trying to say. Alright, here's an issue. We have this track and then this blue track. If we run these trains together just like this, they're going to crash right here. Because both of them are going to go 3 squares. 3 squares here, 3 squares here. I can show you what happens if they crash. You're going to get blue plus red, and it's going to be purple, if you know your color wheels. So they're going to crash here. Oh, they're not going to crash. They're going to switch colors here, and both become purple, and we're going to fail. Because purple is not what we're looking for. We're looking for red here and blue here. But I'm going to show you anyway. Oh no! Wrong color trains! Crash. Yeah, they made it to the station, but it's the wrong color, so it's just like they hit a wall. back to the drawing board. So what I need to do is, I'm going to erase this crap. Finish my track. I need to make sure they don't hit that same spot at the same time, and I can do that by making the track go a wayward way. I don't have to be this excessive, but I'm just kind of messing around. Oops. Here, I'll just do that. Now this blue line has to go all the way back here, and the red one will be up here by then, so... No crossover, no crash, no nothing. We win. Nice. Finished with Calgary. Moving on to Delson. Next. Here we go. Let's learn about switching tracks. Switching track is one of the key concepts in Trainyard. This is an outlet station with 2 red trains in it. Notice we need 1 train to go to each finish line. We can't have them both go to 1. We can only put 1 in here because there's only 1 circle. Notice what happened here. The track just switched. Cool. The active track is brighter and is layered above the passive track. Trains will always take the active track if they can. So, if the brighter one, the one that's on top, is lit up, that's the one that the first train that crosses is going to take. When that happens, this track is going to switch. So, the bottom one that's darker is going to become the top one that's lighter. So, the next train will take that route. So, the timing of the track switching with the trains going over is something you always got to take into account when you're playing. You can switch the track from passive to active by drawing over it or by double clicking. Yeah, double tap. It just dictates where your first train is going to go, and it's important later. Most important part, trains switch the track when they go over it. I did talk about that. So right now this one's active. When the first train goes over it, second train is going to go down here because this got switched. Uh-oh, wrong one. It's hard to tell. I mean, yeah, I think it goes in this order. So yellow, red. The one that's in this corner is going to come out first. The one that's in this one comes out second. I assume third and fourth if you have 4 trains. So the order that the trains come out in makes a big deal too, as you can see by that example. So I've got 2 trains at the beginning, both yellow. This one will come out first. This one will come out second. 2 places to end. It's not really important which way you switch it because they're both yellow and you can't fail if you just draw the track. So I could switch the track, making the first car go here, or I could have this switch this way where the first train would go here. Either way, we're going to win this one. Just watch the track switch. Pretty straightforward. Next unsolved puzzle. Alright. 2 trains starting here, ending. Now remember, each piece can only have 2 tracks on it. Each square can only have 2 tracks. But I can draw them like that. That works just fine. Alright, this one's got 3 trains. 1, 2, 3. They're all coming out here. And I've got 3 places that I must fill. But I've got some leniency, some room to work with here because they have 2 entrances available. So it makes lining up tracks easier for me. So I'm just going to run the first train straight on down. I'm going to branch off the second train here, run it up here. And I can't have 3 pieces of track here, so I'll either have to branch, you know, here, or I can branch here or here. It doesn't matter. I just need to pick a different spot. So I'm going to go ahead and branch the next train this way. Now I want to make sure that my switching is right. I need 2 trains to go down this way. So I want to make sure that I have switched that way first, because the first train will be switched to go down here, and at that time this track will switch, and this track will switch when the first train drives over it. That means the second train, because this got switched, is going to drive up here. And it's also going to switch this. So it's going to switch back to this for the third train. The third train then is going to come down here, and it's going to run over this one that got switched prior. So it's actually going to go straight. The third one's going to go straight. So the way I have this laid out right now is the way I want it. First train, here. Second train, here. Third train, straight down. So you can see switching and the branches that you make they are important. So I'm going to slow this down so you can watch all the switchings. Train is going down here, switch the track. Second train's going up here, switch the track. Third train is going to be able to go straight after that switches. So all trains ended up where I wanted them to. Victory. So now I'm going to speed up a little bit now that I've explained the core concepts. 2 trains start here. Purple's coming first, so we're going to make sure the track is switched that way first. Right now, it's switched to the right. I want it left, so the purple train goes there. So 2 trains starting here. They both need to end there. They can share the same track. Oops. Come on. We're not worried about that. So basically, I have 2 trains. I just got to make sure the switching is right. Orange is coming out first, so I want the orange to be the primary track. This will get switched for the blue. Still pretty straightforward overall. I got 9 trains in here. I don't remember this one, but yeah, there's a lot of trains in there. But basically, they're alternating. Purple, green, purple, green, purple, green, purple, green, purple. So I need to make sure that my switching is going to switch these all to the right place. And I can use the same input for every single one. I don't have to use both. I just got to worry about the switching. So my 2 tracks are going to run as such. But I'm starting with purple, so I want to make sure that the train ends up... Oh, wait a second. No, that's not right. I need to get 5 here and only 4 here. No, wait, yeah, that'll work out. Just threw me off. So I gotta start with purple, so it'll switch to purple first, then it'll switch to green, then purple. They're all gonna work out, I believe. Five purple trains, 4 green trains. Everything looks good. Success. I got 9 trains in here. Wow, it looks like there's room for more. Jeez, too many. That's the end. This is the beginning. So here, it's not so much an issue of switching tracks. It's going to be an issue of not crashing into each other, because I want all of these trains to go up the same pipeline. But I don't want them to do it at the same time, otherwise they'll change colors. So I know that this path is probably the correct one, but I need to kind of wing these out. I think this is what I'm going to do. Hopefully this will give enough time for all the trains of blue to be passed before the trains of orange hit. I might be too late on that. Then I want to make sure the green ones come last, and I'll just share the track. How's that? See what happens. I don't want... the orange ones might hit the back of the blue here. We'll see. Close. We're good. So everybody's making it single file. Again, doesn't matter what order you put them in, just as long as they all get there. And these tracks are switching for no reason, because can't go anywhere else. All right, finished with Delson, on our way to Edmonton. D to E. Notice that there are 2 yellow trains starting on this side, but this goal station only wants 1 train. So here's a new part of the game. 2 trains, 1 goal. What does that mean? Smash them together into 1 train. Let's see what happens if we solve it like we usually would. The first one will go in fine, the second one will crash. We wasted the second yellow train. In the train yard, you have to use all the trains and not let any of them crash. This time we'll time the trains so that they merge into 1 train. And here's the timing thing. This is off, you know, 1 square behind that one. So you take this train 1 square off the track, off its path, and they should meet up. Meet them up together at the same time and face them in the same direction. They become 1 train. Hooray. So, again, 2 starting points, 1 ending point. We need to make 2 trains into 1. I'm traveling 1, 2, 3 squares. 1, 2, 3 squares. They'll meet here, become 1 train. Good to go. Two blues, 1 circle, 1, 2 squares, 1, 2 squares. They're just gonna meet up and be good to go. Oh, this one's a little different. They gotta meet back here on this side, and they're both starting out to the right. So, a little different. 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares, 4 squares. And this one I drew 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So they've both traveled 4 squares. They should meet here and be good to go. Good, good. Okay, 3 trains starting here. We need to split them off to 3 separate exits. Remember, 1 spot can only have 2 pieces of track, so I can split off here, or I can split off here, but I can't split off 3 directions from 1 square, so keep that in mind. This will be 1 path. This will be another one. I've already got 2 here. I can't split off and go that way, so I'll just do it this way. Actually, this won't work because the first train will go here, second train will go here, third train will get switched back over here. That's a failure. I gotta undo that. Let's just make it come back this way. That works out better. So I get switched here, second one gets switched here, third. No, I'll probably fail that way too. I'm gonna erase this. First train gets switched here. No, I like this. Oh, maybe I did have it. I just didn't have my switching right. First train goes here. This gets switched. This gets switched. Second train, because this is switched, will go here. It'll switch back. Third train should be switched straight, so this should work. It's all about planning. I mean, yeah, you can try and screw things up. I guess I'm the kind that likes to plan it out first. Doesn't always work. I make mistakes. 2 trains, 1 goal. So I need to travel 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. They'll meet up on the 5th square, meet up on the 5th square, and take it to the exit. Start the trains. Counting the squares really helps. Aye. 3 trains. 1 goal. We're going to go ahead and start by merging these 2 right away, because we got to do 3 into 1, so we got to do 2 mergers. And I can't have 3 pieces of track on at the same point, so you can't do a triple merger. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. They'll meet on the 6th. And 3 trains become 1. Alright. I'm surprised that we didn't get a tutorial for this. But anyway, blue train plus yellow train equals green train. However, we still have 2 trains into 1 goal, so we want to merge them. We don't just want them to cross, because crossing would change their color too. But we actually want to merge them into 1 train and become green. Okay, red and yellow make orange. Go back to your color wheels if you have problems figuring that out. 2 trains into 1. Red and blue make purple. What's a nice thing about this, I believe that if you end them on the same spot, it's not like a blue train and a red train entering the goal. I mean, they are, but I believe that they're still meeting on this square, so they'll still be purple. I could be wrong, but I believe that's how it goes. If it's wrong, I'll have to draw a different track. See what happens here. They both hit the square at the same time. I hope they turn purple. Ah, I was wrong. I gotta do it before they share the last square, so let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 4, 5. Ugh. I don't think this is working. Undo. Erase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I refix this one. Does that line up? Make sense? Let's see what happens. Yep. Got her. Finished with Edmonton, on to Fredericton. Now you've discovered that you can mix colors by merging trains together. In this tutorial, you'll learn 2 more mixing techniques. Let's start with merging, which you're probably used to by now. Yes, we are. Red and yellow make orange. Merge them together, 2 into 1. Notice that merging goes from 2 trains to 1. Next technique is the crossover. So they're basically running headlong into each other or crossing over on the same point of track. They'll both change colors to whatever the mixture would be, but they'll stay single trains. They won't combine. Note that a crossover goes from 2 trains to 2 mixed trains. The last mixing technique is the collision. Basically the same thing. But track switching becomes important, because they're going to travel back sometimes on the track you don't want them to go to. See? Notice the collisions go from 2 trains to 2 trains. They only become 1 if you merge them seamlessly in the same direction. One last note, you can only mix the primary colors. Any other combination of colors will produce a useless garbage train. Red and yellow makes orange. Blue and red make purple. Yellow and blue make green. These are your primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. Your secondary colors, orange, purple, and green. If you mix a primary red with a secondary orange or a secondary purple, you're going to get a poop brown train, and nobody wants that. So you can't do that. See? Alright, so I've got blue and yellow. I want to put them 2 trains into 1 to make green. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meet up on the 5th. Blue and red make purple, but I want them to both change to purple. So I'm going to combine, or I'm going to smash them together, red and blue, and then they can go on their merry little way into the goal. That's how I want it switched. They're going to go straight first, and the switching is going to bring them out. Slow it down. This one's short. Perfect. All right. Red, blue, make purple. Want to run them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. I got to keep that in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Meet up on the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meet up on the 8th. So this will work out nicely. Here we go. A little faster. Burn that coal. I've unlocked a new city, Guelph. Oh, apparently the game is based on stars. Once you get so many stars, you can move on to the next city. But if you do that, you skip puzzles. I don't know. I like to play everything, so next unsolved puzzle. Starting. We got 2 orange places to finish on. We got 2 trains to start with, so we're going to need to make them both orange and then finish them out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that's kind of weird. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to run them straight into each other across. And then I'm going to have them finish out on their own track. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure you got it switched right. You want them to run on this track first. Then they'll switch out so they can peel off. Worked out. Next unsolved puzzle. An ending point of 2 trains, but we got 4 to start with. We want 1 purple and 1 orange. So we're going to need to combine a red and a yellow to make an orange. We're going to need to combine a red and a blue to make a purple. This one's pretty straightforward. We're going to combine right here the first time. And then the second combination I'll make happen maybe up here. Notice I can't run it straight down in this line because I can't have 3 tracks on one spot. So I'll just bring it in over here. That last train can go that way. Switch it like so. Wouldn't really matter if I had it switch this way or this way. The track coming down here is not going to matter. Beautiful. We got next. 1 ending point. 1 green ending point. But I have 3 trains to start with. Green train, which is straightforward, and a yellow and a blue. Well, I'm going to ignore... Oh, wait. That's not true. I got 3 trains. I can't run them in separately. I got to turn 3 trains into 1. So what I need to do is I got to get this blue and this yellow together. And then I got to merge the green with it because I got to put 3 trains into 1 because I only got room for 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Screwed that last part up. Here. So we're going to meet on the 6th spot. 7, 8. What are we doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can they meet up on the 9th and become 1? Ah, poop. Undo. That's what I want. Alright, hopefully this would work. I don't care about the switching. There shouldn't be any bidirectional travel here. See what happens. First merge, blue and yellow make green. Second merge, 2 green trains turn into 1. Success! Completed the city of Fredericton. Let's go to the next puzzle, probably in the new town then. I'm in Guelph. Guelph. What a dumb name for a town. Alright. Here's an inherent problem with being too many squares away. You gotta deal with merging later on down the line. Because I can't run this train down here. I can't run the red train down. It's got nowhere for it to go. So I actually gotta run both trains out and then try and merge them somewhere over here. So the red's gonna travel 1, 2, 3, 4. Undo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blues travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. This looks silly. Oh, what if... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hey, I think I have an idea. Erase this spot here. If I run the blue train, or the red train further this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blue train runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too many. Cut this out. Try this. Maybe. Blue goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they'll both meet up on the 6th square to the goal. But I want to make sure I got the switching right here. I need to delay the red train. So the red train needs to take the longer route. And the blue train needs the shorter path second. So let's see what happens. Oh, I got to build this one first. Well, we can test it first to see what happens up here. We can just run the trains on the top, see if it works, before we screw around building the bottom. And it did. So back to the drawing board. I just need to copy the pattern from up here and invert it to go the other way. So I got a track running like so to match this. Then I've got a track running like so to match this. Now I just got to make sure the switching is right. So the yellow needs to take the long path, the blue needs to take the short path. That should work, yes? Here we go. So much trainage. Oh my gosh. There it is. Next puzzle. Again, this train only has to travel 1 square. The blue has to travel multiple squares. I can't merge them over here because the red train will have nowhere to go. It'll just smash in over here. So I got to drive them both out and merge them somewhere in here before going to the exit. We know that much. I mean, I guess I could have used this part at the very end if I needed to, but I should be able to get it done before then. So the blue track needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, I don't know, 8. I'm losing track already, so I know I need to run out the red track more. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meet on the 8th track. That work. But I need the blue line to have the straight shot and the red line to take the curve. I need to switch the track so the red will take the curve. The blue line can then come down here, and this will be switched for him here to go straight. Let's do it. Magnificent. Alright, 2 reds, a yellow, and a blue. Well, a blue and a red will make a purple. A red and a yellow will make an orange. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4. No good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I also have to merge 2 trains into one. Okay. How about like so? That work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They become 1. Blue and red need to get merged over here somewhere. Oops. I don't like that. Bothers me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That won't work, I don't think. Maybe I should have drawn it like this one. Why doesn't that work? Should work, right? What if I drew it just like this one over here? Does that work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I need the purple train, which will be this one, to get run back to its goal. And then I need the orange train. To get run back to its goal. But it's a little trickier. Look at that mess of track. Okay, let's I don't see this working right, but maybe. I need the blue train to go all the way up here. Because this blue's going up here. Need the red train to meet up the yellow train here. But it's going to... These can't switch, so that'll be good. But these can. So the blue train is going to switch these back to this, which is what I need at the end for this train. So if I leave it switched like so... Got my fingers crossed that it'll all work out. Let's run it slow just to watch everything. Oh, that's not slow. Looks good to me. Next unsolved puzzle. Purple. I got 3 trains to make into one. Well, here we've made 1 purple merge. 1, 2, 3. 1. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Meet on the 4th. Should make 3 trains into 1. There you have it. Okay. Yellow and red make orange, and I've got an orange here, so... I still need to make them all 1 train, is the tricky part. I'm going to try and run this down like so. I can do this. I can't run 3 trains here, so let me erase that quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops, stop erasing. 1, 2, 3. Meet on the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. This merger should work. Oh, bummer. There. Track switching shouldn't be too important here. Finished. We've unlocked Halifax. Next. Still in Guelph, though. Alright, we've got 4 greens we need to make into 1 train at the end. We're not going to be able to do it up this line here at the same spot. We'll have to stagger it out. Maybe like so. That should be an adequate merger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. No, because I think I'll just have 2 trains when I'm done instead of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Undo. I gotta start this over. Okay. I know what I'm doing with these 2 trains. It's gonna be like so. The trick is to get all of these guys to merge into them at the same time. So this is traveling 1, 2, 3, 4, whereas this is only traveling 2. So I'm 2 squares behind. So can I do this? Or is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll happen there. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So we'll have 3 trains there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that'll work. Give it a shot. Magnificent. Royals in Guelph. Huh. Ending is here. 2 trains. Need them to become 1. But it's going to be a lot trickier. Because I got to go a long ways with this one. Oh. Apparently I got an achievement. It says draw 100 pieces of track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whereas this one's only gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't know. This one here. So at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here would be 8. 1, 2. Oh, I could shorten that. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th one is the merger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th one is the merger. Now I just got to run it back down here and make sure my track switching is correct. So I want to end up here when the train comes back around. So I'll switch this way first. So when it gets switched this way, I'm coming back this way. Same here. I want it to run this way first so that it gets switched for the return trip this way. Hopefully this pans out. Yes, sir. Speed this up. Alright, I need 2 orange at the end, but I have 8 trains. I need to make 8 into 2. This could be a lot of merging. The good news is... Whoops. But these are relatively simple. So I'm going to have 2 of each color come out here, so I'm going to have 2 of each kind of train on both sides. I gotta break that down and even smash them up even more. Will this work? So I have 4 trains, make 2, make 1. Does that make sense? I should say 4 trains, make 2, make 1, times 2. I hope this works. Let's give it a go. So I've got 4 left, 2 left. Not so bad. I finished you, Guelph. Guelph. Now we're in... Wait, what town are we in? Halifax. Handlebars. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 green endings, and 1, 2, 3, 4 trains, none of which are green. So what I need to do is make them not merge, because I need 4 and 4, but I want them to change color. So what I can do is such. Run them head first at each other, and then simply let them peel off on their own when they're finished. But, again, keep in mind the track switching. I need this to be the end, because I need them to peel off when they're done, so I need this to be what they pass on the first time. Like so, with the switches like that. Should work. There we have it. Halifax Compact. Alright. 2 endings, purple and orange. 4 trains. I need to make 4 trains into 2 while matching the correct colors. So I need a blue and a purple matched, and I need a yellow and an orange, or yellow and a red matched to make orange. So let me try to swing this around like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, this will work out just fine there. Then we've got this train. Maybe I can share the track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Merge here. Branch off here. Come on. Alright, let's double check the switching. I need this to be what it ends on, so I want this here first. Oh. No, this is a bad idea. I'm going to run this yellow train right into this blue one and make a green one, so let's forget about that idea. Keep these guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I locked up. I think my player is locked up. Yeah, I crashed. Sorry, guys, but I guess that's as good enough a place as any to take a break, so I'm going to stop streaming for now. Those of you who are watching, thanks for watching.